What's happening, party people? Today is Monday. I'm gonna go help Mr. Ron and visit another person up close to the Milwaukee area to see if I can help her get this show on the road. Well, I guess the show's already on the road. Continue the road show. Yesterday, I helped Mr. Howard a little bit and stopped by and helped another guy. He had a car on the side of the road leaking coolant. Turns out that thing has a blown head gasket. Wasn't so much that it was leaking, but it was pressurizing the coolant system and pushing that coolant out that way. So he's gonna have to make a decision. Keep that rust bucket going, or man, get rid of that rust bucket, pull something up from down south, start fresh on something from down south. So that's what I recommend, man. These cars that's got all this rust on it, shoosh. If you had a decision-making point and that thing's gonna cost you a couple G's to fix, and you could pull something up from down south, man, grab something from down south and get that rust out of the way. That way you can get repairs done on a car without stuff being just difficult. Today's video, it was recorded on a Sunday, so I kind of took it easy. Only worked about 3.5 hours putting that dash together and servicing that AC system. So just a few clips there. Also, we're having issues with the humidity in this hotel room, so I got a dehumidifier trying to get the humidity down and alter the odor of this place. It doesn't smell bad, but you know, when you walk into a room that's just humid, it's just, man, it's just, you like to get that humidity down just so it don't smell damp in the room. So that's what we're doing there. Today I'm gonna have a lot of fun, so let me get going. I appreciate you all watching. Thanks for your support. Welcome to Hanging Out with Robert, that's me. This video contains things that I encounter throughout the day. If for some reason I complete a task and you would like to see the details, you can click on the link in the description area below. This video also contains tips and tricks that I learned throughout the years. I plan on leaving this video accessible for about 30 days. After that, you can view it through my Patreon account. Thank you very much for watching. Ever since we've been here in Chicago, we've been having a struggle with the humidity in the room. As you can see, it's 88% humidity, and we got the AC unit cranked down to 67. Normally we have it up around 72, and this is anywhere from 78 and up. This is about the highest I've seen it though. So in order to get the humidity down, which would probably help with the odor, we have purchased a dehumidifier. It's supposed to be good for up to 300 square feet. I think we got about 280 square feet here. So let's crack this thing open and see how it works. My guess is it's been used. I should have checked that listing, but let's pull it out and see if it's really been used. Hard to tell, but let's see if there's any moisture in the bucket. That bucket looks absolutely dry. And this comes up. That float's supposed to cut it off. And we got a power adapter. So let's plug this thing in and see how fast it gets the humidity down in here. This will also be used for a vehicle if you had moisture or humidity in a vehicle that you need to dehumidifier. I was using one to dry out a car the other day. So right now we're at 87% humidity. It is 1:50 p.m. I'm gonna go ahead and plug it in and try to check it as often as I can to see how it pulls the humidity down. I'm also going to up the temperature of the room to something more comfortable, around 70, 72. Right now we got the room set for 66. That was to try to bring down some of the humidity odors in the room. Plugged it in, I got a beep. It should be simple. Just turned it on. Looks like it has a light for some reason. Oh, you could turn the light off or on. We don't need a light. All right. Very quiet. I can hear it going. Let's see if this thing starts collecting water and our humidity starts dropping. Claims to be high efficiency. It's got a auto off when it gets full. 7 colors. I only noticed 2 or 1 color. 30-ounce tank, energy saver. So let me check the instructions, see how to change the light colors. Seems as if it's making a little more noise now. This light comes on and it's supposed to change colors. When you get it the color you want, you press the button again to lock it in on that color. See, it's changing colors there. Nice. Also, they recommend that you let it run for 24 hours, let it rest for 10 minutes, then let it run for 24 hours again. Kind of strange. Not sure why that's a thing that they recommend. And then, of course, the effectiveness has something to do with the humidity in the air and the temperature. They don't recommend running it under 60 or over 104 degrees. So let's see how this thing works and report back to you tomorrow. In 10 minutes, I'm down to 80% humidity. That may have something to do with us taking it out of the box. I'm not sure, but we'll check it as often as we can in the next 24 hours. It is now 2:34 and we have 2 big drops of water. This thing is working for, it just, yeah, it is dropping water, folks. We are cooking with water. So we'll check this thing in a few hours, let you know where it is. Time to finish putting this car together. They said they have filters, so they're gonna put in their own filters. Wouldn't have cost them nothing for me to toss them in because they're already out. But I gotta put the car together, so I'm gonna toss those things in there, finish with the dash pad, get this thing a little test drive, really just let it heat up and cool down. I hadn't done anything to affect the driving of the car other than the transmission service. But let me go ahead and finish putting this together and service this AC system. Pulling vacuum on this system. I got it down pretty low. I'm gonna shut the pump down and see if it holds. Got a timer set on it, and that's where it's at right now. Time to put the rest of this back together. Let's grab some tools while that thing holds vacuum for a few minutes. It has held the vacuum, so we are gonna put vacuum on it for 30 minutes, suck out all the air out of the system, then service it. Let's do it. Vacuum still holding strong. I guess this would be close to hour and a half now. So glad about that. We're gonna get some PAG oil in the system and then go ahead and service it. I'm just gonna put about half the PAG oil that it's supposed to, because the compressor is still in there and the line's still in there, so there's probably some in the system already. So I'm just gonna do that and then service this thing. I need to finish up a couple things on the inside first though. The radio, everything else is in. It's had an aftermarket radio, so it has some wires hacked up on it. So I'm gonna go get the heat gun and solder those on. I wish I could put a plug on it, and that way they won't have to mess with it. So let me see if I got a plug I could put on it. Decision time. Pop the garage and service the AC, or hook up the stereo system. Well, I'm ready to shut it down for the day, to be honest with you. But there's 4 wires in that stereo system need to be hooked up. But I think I'm gonna go ahead and get some PAG oil, put it in this tube, and service this AC. I had to figure out a better way to do this because I don't want to break the system. So I think I'm gonna pour the liquid in this hose, or suck up what I need in this hose, and go from there. Our dehumidifier has been running for 7 hours, and the humidity in this room, crazy enough, is still climbing. Even though our dehumidifier is taking out humidity. Look at all that water in there. We got a good 3/8 of an inch. Let's keep letting this thing run. It did have a better odor in here when we came in, but that thing is still high on the humidity. Well, that was it. Got the rest of that interior on that car back together. Got stuff put together under the engine bay and called it a night. I guess I knocked off about 6:15 on that Sunday, but hey, tomorrow will be another day getting that stuff totally done. Can't remember what day I finally finished on that car. It may have been the next day. Besides all that, I got to get going, get my exercise in, get some breakfast, stop by the shop, grab my parts, and head on up to the Milwaukee area. Thanks for watching. Like, share, subscribe, comment. I appreciate your support. Have a great day.